Today we're going to be filming a nice fall pumpkin spice get ready with me. Something warm, something glowy, something spicy, you know. So stay tuned, keep on watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned. Alright, hi you guys, I'm back. So first thing I'm gonna do is, I already did my eyebrows, you know, I feel like we've been through it enough times. I don't have to go through it every time. I'm gonna take my pure beige concealer from LA Girl Pro. LA Girl Pro. I'm running out. I'm gonna squeeze some out. And I'm gonna use this to prime my eyelids for my eyeshadow. So I'm gonna take this brush, just like a little double-sided brush, and I'm gonna apply it and then blend it out. And yes, this is a talk through get ready with me, so I do have some things I'm going to talk about. We love an open-ended conversation. But yeah, I used a concealer that was a little bit lighter up around my brows just to give it a bit of highlight. I used the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in Sand. So just put this across our lids, the pure beige from LA Girl Pro. Try not to put a lot, because if you overdo it with that, sometimes it can make, even if you set it with powder, the multiple layers on your eyelids and stuff, naturally you have a crease in them, it'll cause everything to crease. So just be like just enough to give yourself a nice even base. And then I'm going to blend with the other side. Alright, so now that everything is nice and primed and it's blended out, I'm going to take my powder brush and my trusty face powder. This time it's a mix because I feel like the times are changing. I don't really want to look, I'm kind of losing the tan in my skin. I still have the color, so I'm using a mixture of the Kalahari powder and the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the color medium deep. So I now mix those for a little bit less of like a yellow base. I'm just going to set my concealer on my eyes. Not too much. And just set the concealer on my eyes. Beautiful. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get out my eyeshadow palette of choice. Today we are going to be using this girl. I've had her for a while. Let me wipe my powder off. The Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. Oop, I dropped my other one. Oh no. Hold on, you guys. Alright. Here. Alright, you're back. I dropped the other one, you guys. I'll edit that out. But we're going to be using the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I'm so excited to use this. I haven't used it in a while, but it honestly is. It's one of my favorites. Nice color selection. I'm going to pick up first on a fluffy blending brush. This is actually a Morphe brush as well. It's the R37 brush. I'm going to pick up this nice pumpkin spicy like orange color right here. And with these, I like to tap the excess off on the top. So I'm gonna sit this right here, and I'm just gonna blend this into my upper crease area. And start very light with this color because it is very rich and it's very pigmented. But while I just talk about my makeup, talk about what I'm doing. One of the topics that I've just been thinking about, I feel like it's important before I get into that for everyone to just take regular self inventories of yourself and what you're doing with your life and what your plans are, what your goals are. I'm always going to say that. Make sure that you're thorough and you're conscious with yourself, and that you just take time to, like, how can I put it? Get to know yourself and know what you're doing on your path, know what you want, know what you don't want, things like that. So one of the things I've been like really trying to work on is like my coping mechanisms for like just again like constant invasive negativity, people always in your business, just always in the mix trying to figure out what's going on, basically not giving you any space, not really allowing you to have any type of boundaries. And honestly, what I realized is some of it may be my fault just a little bit. I'm such like naturally a happy-go-lucky, like chipper type of person. Like I'm naturally very happy, very like vibrant, sunshines and rainbows type of person. So I tend to be like very forthcoming with what's good happening in my life. Sometimes I'm very forthcoming about what's bad happening in my life, and every emotion in between, because I just define myself as a very like open and outgoing person. I may be somewhat of a homebody, somebody who like stays home a lot, not really in the mix, but I'm still what I would define as an outgoing person. So again, what I realized is that some of the weird, I'm gonna honestly say it, like obsessive, let me get a sip of coffee. Good morning, pumpkin spice latte for our pumpkin spice makeup. But yeah, what I realized is like we live in a society today where I'm not gonna say everybody, but a lot of people like thrive off of the negative things that happen in your life. And honestly, the only and the best way that you could combat that is to just not share what you have going on. I know that you want to like tell everybody about like the good opportunities, the good things that you've done, but like not everybody sadly is happy to hear about that. So honestly, the key to peace is honestly privacy. And I'm not gonna say that's something that I've learned, but that's something that I've realized. I've always kind of known that, but it kind of just didn't click with like my natural personality. So again, if I can give any advice to anybody, just like as a precursor, just starting off, oh, I'm bringing this down kind of all the way down to like my lash line on the side, just adding a nice wash of color. It's very pigmented, but I did not put a lot of eyeshadow on, just trying to get that pumpkin spice effect. But yes, like just keep your good things, your bad things private, and then if you choose to share what's happening good in your life, just like make sure that you very much, I don't want to say labor your words, but that you choose your words wisely. Because like I said, I mean, honestly, it makes me sad to say, oh, okay, I'll be back. Sorry, you guys, my setting spray fell on my, my whatchamacallit, my setting spray fell on my charger because I'm on my phone on the charger right now. But we're back again. Oh my gosh. But if there's one thing I can tell anybody, is to just like keep your plans, keep your good things, keep your bad things, keep it private. But at the same time, if you do want to share something, make sure that you're very like planned out and thought out with your words, because somebody can take one thing you say and drag, or one thing that you do and drag it into this whole big to-do, because I'm gonna be honest with you, they don't have anything better to do. And it's just like, are you okay? But whatever. But again, just protect your peace by keeping your privacy and just having stuff to yourself. Keep some of your stuff to yourself. But next thing I'm going to do in my Jaclyn Hill palette is I'm going to take this color right here and I'm going to focus it with this like angled fluffy brush on my outer corner. Make sure you tap off the excess. That's just to add a little depth into our eye. I'm just gonna blend it in circles. But yeah, I mean, and then also, I always give this type of advice to like anybody, is that if you have somebody who is like well, not somebody, just people in general, because I don't want to make it specific, I don't want to ruffle anybody's feathers too much, but if you have a whole bunch of people just constantly trying to figure out the tea per se, trying to figure out something to talk about pertaining into your life, let that be a testament to what they have going on in their life, and plan accordingly. If you have somebody that's like incessant, again, I use that word a lot, but it applies. It definitely applies. If you have somebody that's constantly trying to check up on you, or a group of people, or just like in general, just constantly checking up on you to try to see what you're doing with your life with like negative intentions, just don't even give them the energy. Don't sit there and like entertain it. Just, I don't want to say, just give them the cold shoulder. Don't give them anything to talk about, because eventually if you don't give them anything to talk about, they're gonna go find something else to talk about, and that's the goal. That's the plan. I am going to take this color right here next to the pumpkin spicy color, this color right here, and I'm just gonna go across my lid. But first, I'm gonna take my flat brush and I'm gonna wet it with a little bit of setting spray, Mario Badescu rose water spray. And I'm just gonna apply it. Wetting the brush gives it more of like a flat metallic finish, which I like. And I'm just gonna bring this like right across my lid, in that open space that is on my inner lid. Very pretty. Very, very pumpkin spicy. I'm just gonna wet my brush one more time. But yeah, one of my main things just on a self-inventory is to just like post when I want to, do what I want to, but just like not give anybody anything to like sit down and have a powwow about, because it's like, it's annoying. I know I'm a big person on treating people the way that you would like to be treated. I don't think anybody will want their personal business, what they may or may not be doing in their life, to be like the center stage, the talking piece to someone's powwow conversation over dinner, brunch, whatever, especially if you're not present. So again, hold on, coffee break. But I think the best way to combat that is to just like be very thoughtful with your words, and just don't give anybody anything to talk about, because eventually, hopefully, they'll move on and find something that's fruitful to talk about, find something that'll better themselves. Because I promise you, talking about other people is not going to get you anywhere. I'm gonna just be honest with you, it's not going to get you anywhere, but like stuck in another person's energy, you know what I'm saying? Try to stay in your own lane, in your own energy. Just don't let what other people are doing affect your path. So now that I have the pumpkin, I'm happy with how this looks. I'm going to move on into my eyeliner. I'm debating, because again, I have these beautiful colored eyeliners. Do I want to use orange or do I want to use brown? Because I do want to have a little bit of color. I think I'm going to use brown because my outfit has brown in it. I'm just going to do like a little baby cat eye on the outside. But again, we live in a world, and I don't think it's ever going to change either, that basically a good part of the population thrives off of negativity. So I just choose not to give anybody anything to be negative about. And that's that. Gotta be quiet. to form our eyeliner. And I'm not going to bring this liner all the way across my lid. I'm just going to bring it like halfway across my lid. But again, before I do the other liner, just don't give anybody anything to talk about. And if you do, make sure it's positive. I mean, then they have no choice, but if they're going to choose to still talk about you, they can only say positive things. Unless they still choose to make up a negative, but then that's just the person. You can't do anything about that. You can only control your own choices and what you do with yourself. You can never control another person. You can only choose what you do with yourself. So worry about you. And everything else that you manifest, that you think about, that you work towards, it will all come to you because you're on your path and you're focused on you and yourself and betterment and positivity and sunshines and rainbows. You know what I'm saying. So again, gotta be quiet for the other eye. Perfect. Pretty, perfect, nice pumpkin spice fall look. So now I'm done with my eyeshadow for now until we go into our bottom lid. What was I gonna say? Yeah, put this back. Just try to stay on your own path. If you're not particularly a peace, sunshine, and rainbows outgoing person like me, just, yeah, for my first topic, I would just say don't give them anything to talk about. And if you do, make it positive. Yeah. But next we're gonna move into our foundation. I'm gonna use my Juvia's Place I Am Magic Radiance Foundation. It's in the color 430 Rio. I think that's my color for foundation, like across the board with their brand. And I'm gonna take my already damp beauty blender. Oh, has a little fuzz on it. Oop, gotcha. But I took like half of a pump. Try not to go too full coverage with this because it's like light to medium coverage, maybe medium to full. But we're gonna just start to blend it out all over our skin. And this is like a true get ready with me, you guys, just to get off tangent. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, so if you guys hear school buses and coffee pots downstairs and just stuff like that, just know this is like a true get ready with me. This is not just something I woke up for in the moment and decided to film. So just a disclaimer. But you're just gonna blend this all over your face, your neck, don't forget your ears and all of that stuff. But yeah, I just want to focus around my eyebrows. I just redid my eyebrows. I did like a nice like whatchamacallit, eyebrow shape, top, bottom, arched them. I feel like they look very good. My unibrow was growing in and everything. I always let my eyebrows grow out so I can have a nice defined shape before I actually like shape them. And it actually worked out in my favor. So I'm just kind of like admiring them. They're very nice this morning. But another thing I wanted to talk about, just to move into the next topic, transition the video, we're moving into our base, our face, is like, since I've decided, how do I put this? Since I've decided to just like follow my own path, metaphorically, prospectively, put my big girl pants on and just do what I want to do, not be influenced by other people, what they want for me. I mean, not necessarily like everybody and what they want from me, because some people, again, like my mom and stuff like that, genuinely want the best for me. But it's just like, what was I gonna say? It's just like, when you live as somebody who could be seen as a people pleaser for like a long time in your life, a lot of the people that were still in your life honestly become like tenfold more like indicative and just like very like poke at your buttons, trying to like, how can I say, control your view, try to get you back into that people pleaser mindset. So I guess what I'm trying to talk about right now is like how not to like fall back into the people pleaser mindset after you have like escaped it after a very long time. One thing I've noticed since I've like, honestly, I'm gonna say it, since I've like changed, grew up, changed my mindset, my perspective on life, is that a lot of people like kind of like want me to go back into that people pleasing mode where I make my choices and my decisions based off of what they will want for me, based off of what I will want for myself. And again, that kind of ties into my first topic, where people just always in your business, like what you really doing, and you're just like, I'm at home doing what I love to do, filming YouTube videos, building my platform, building my brand. That's what I'm doing. So it's just like, I've noticed like as of recently, a lot of people just come in and give me like unwarranted advice. I'm gonna be honest, it's just unwarranted advice on what I should do. Like, and I get it, like in their mind, for the most part. Oh, I'm taking the Maybelline Fit Me concealer and sand, and I'm gonna do my regular highlighting routine. But I've noticed that I get like a lot of unsolicited advice, and like some of it, honestly, I'm gonna say like some of it isn't in that aspect of where they're trying to control your choices, and that's the unsolicited advice that I really like appreciate, because I'm that type of person. Not necessarily to get, I wouldn't even call that unsolicited advice. That's just somebody being a good person. There's a difference between somebody being a good person, and there's a difference between somebody giving you unsolicited advice because they want to basically control your choices. What I call that, what I see that as, is people trying to live vicariously through another person. That may vicariously, all that stuff, that means basically someone's trying to put themselves in your shoes as they were you, but not trying to see it from your perspective. They're just trying to make your choices for you. And like, honestly, I don't apply to any of it. I may nod and say, yeah, that's nice, but I don't really listen, because when you work so hard to define yourself as a person, and you finally get to that point where you're just like, I feel like I finally made it, I know that I finally made it, I'm going to make choices for me, what I want for my future and stuff like that. I'm gonna be honest with you, you'd be darned if you let somebody like just come in and say, oh, you should do stuff like this, and honestly become something annoying to you, where it used to be something that you honestly welcomed as a people pleaser. So again, don't let anybody try to live vicariously through you, because I've seen that happen to other people and it never works out well. I feel like I've mentioned it. Let me take off here. I've mentioned it in like past videos where like, I feel like when you live your life for other people, I feel like living your life vicariously is the way you live your life through other people without realizing it. When you live your life for other people, you'll never really truly be happy, because it's not the choice you want to make. And the one thing I want to say in this life is that I got what I wanted out of this lifetime, and I don't want to live with regrets either. So it's just like, to let somebody live your life and make your choices for you and kind of just like force their opinion on you, that's opening yourself up to live life and have like certain regrets about certain things, because you're not allowing yourself to make the choice that you would want to make. So it's just like, I appreciate people's advice when it comes from like a good, warm-hearted perspective, and that it's not trying to change me or like influence me, just like give me like positive direction into the positive direction, literally. But I don't appreciate people literally just trying to impose their own will on me. I don't. I used to be the type of person where I allowed stuff like that and I accepted it. But like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, the new Maya just does not like it. I actually hate it. That's the quickest way to make me just like exit stage left. Oh, that's to the right. Girl, exit stage left as fast as I possibly can and as far as I possibly can. I'm gonna be honest too, a lot of people, especially the older generation, would probably see that as being hard-headed, but I honestly just see that as being true to yourself. I accept advice from elders. I accept advice from people older than me because I know they've lived a lifetime longer than me. But again, there's a difference. There's fundamentally a difference between advice that's meant to guide you and advice that's meant to lead you in a direction that they want to lead you in. So it's just like, make sure that you're using your discernment, you're using your intuition, and you're knowing and trusting the difference between those things and those types of attitudes, those mindsets and those mentalities, and you just stay to your path and what you want to do accordingly. It's like, how can I put it? If you let somebody take the driver's seat of your life for you, before you know it, okay, I'm taking that same setting powder that I use to set my eyes, I'm setting my face under my eyes, just using it as a highlight and just a setting powder. But if you let those people take the driver's seat of your life and make your choices for you, you're just like, you're supposed to be in the driver's seat of your life down your path. When you drive a car, are you in the passenger seat just like as a bystander, but you're supposed to be driving the car, or are you in the driver's seat? You're in the driver's seat. So don't let anybody take that much precedence over your life. Like, for real, don't. Because again, you can't drive your car from the passenger seat. That's not how, that's like physically impossible. Again, live your life how you please. I've always been big on just telling people, my first line of advice is live your life as you please. God gave you choices and discernment. Hopefully you have discernment. I think everybody has discernment. It's just whether or not they choose to use it. Use your discernment accordingly and make the choices that you want to make. Never let somebody influence your choices to the point where it gets to the point where you feel like they're living for you. They're making all your choices. They basically are in the driver's seat of your car, of your life. Like that's for you to do. That's for you to decide. That's for you. Your choices are for you to make, because you have to live your life. That person, like those type of people, what I've noticed, like in general, people who do stuff like that, they'll hop into your life, make all these choices for you, and then just kind of like slowly, again, people like that, I feel like they treat people as objects, not as human beings who have living, breathing feelings and emotions. More or less treat people as like a commodity, something that they can manipulate, a doll per se. So as soon as they get bored with the set of choices that they've made for that person, they kind of just fall off, and just like, you never really hear from that person again, or that group of people again. And it's just like, well, now I'm sitting here with a bunch of choices I didn't really make for myself, and I don't know how to get out of it because I was in the passenger seat of my life, kind of just being complacent and aloof to everything that was going on around me. And I'm just like, well, maybe you shouldn't have did that. Make your choices for yourself. So that's my best like advice to anybody. If you're dealing with somebody or people, groups of people who feel like they're entitled to make choices for you, just don't let them. Just say no. Like, my favorite word as of recently, as a recovering people pleaser, has just been no. That's a statement. That's a sentence. No. I don't agree with what you're saying, so I'm gonna say no. But again, I'm gonna take, now that I'm working into my contour, my complexion, I'm gonna take my Pure Cosmetics like face 4-in-1 skin perfecting powders. Let me tell you, you guys, I am a TJ Maxx and Marshall's girly. This palette at Ulta regular price is $34. Got it for $4.50. $4.50. I was so happy, and this has like become my new like favorite complexion product. I love me a good deal, man. Just love me a good deal. But I'm going to take this contour powder right here and do my normal across the temples, cheekbones, probably a little bit under my chin or anything like that. Just blend everything out, define everything down my nose, side of my chin. You guys know the deal. And again, a new technique that I've learned to just make my contour softer, instead of dragging it down your face, just pat. Just dab the color into your face to just add some color back, add some definition. And I'm gonna just go light with this color because I want it to be like a bronzy type of glam. So I'm just going to lightly contour and then go back with a bronzer from another palette really quick. But I'm just patting this in just to add some definition back into the face. What's the last thing I wanted to talk about? Hold on, you guys, let me grab my bronzer palette. All right, I have my bronzer palette, so I'm nice and ready. But I'm just gonna continue to just add some color to my face. But this is, I kind of lumped two of my topics into one, but I feel like I can elaborate into the last one, what I just talked about, a little bit more. What I have written in my journal is like how to stand firm, and firm is written in capital letters, capital F-I-R-M, firm in your decisions. Basically what I just said. How do you say no and say no, that's not what I want to do, I'm gonna do what I want to do, especially as a recovering people pleaser? Honestly, the statement is kind of self-explanatory, if you want me to be honest with you. Standing firm in your decisions is literally standing firm in your decisions. I used to be the type of person where I felt as if I was saying no to somebody, or if I didn't let people influence my decisions, influence my choices, I was being mean to them. Like, if I didn't hand my life over to a person, I was being mean to them. And it's just like that's, I'm gonna be honest with you, that's a very toxic way of thinking about life. Because again, I had to grow to realize that you live your life for you as yourself, and you don't want to live life with a bunch of regrets. I'm gonna take that color, contour my nose, please guys. But if you allow people to make choices for you and you don't stand firm in your decisions with life, all I see is like you coming out of life with a bunch of regrets on what you could have did, should have did, would have did. And I don't think that's any way to live life, because I've said it before and I'll say it again. You only have one life to live, so it's like you better live it the way you want to live it, with who you want to live it, doing what you want to love, doing what you love, loving who you want to love, going after the career that you want, going after the lifestyle that you want, the everything. You don't let, I don't know how many times I can say it, do not let other people affect your decisions like that, because again, you will end up with a whole bunch of regrets very, very fast. And it's like, that's no way to live. Taking my powder brush, knocking the powder off. Yes, this face is kind of funny, but it stops your powder from falling in the wrong places. And blend out all of that. Blend out your forehead. Very pretty, very nice. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my Juvia's Place palette, the Warrior palette, the first one. I'm going to take the color Dahomey. That's like my favorite bronzer color. Get some on my brush, and I'm just going to go back over my contour. I'm going to bronze myself. Let's add a little bronzer so that we're glowing. Make sure you're light with both products because, again, you're adding color back to your face. So I'm going to be light with both products so that I don't overdo it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I'm going to go in with my powder brush. And what I like to do with this light, it's supposed to be like a highlighter color. I like to just take a little bit of it and just like carve out my contour and make sure that it's like clean. Just a little bit, not too much. And then just blend everything back out. Make sure that you're tapping that into your cheek. You're not brushing it into your cheek. Perfect. So the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go into my blush. I'm gonna use the blush from this palette. When I said this is my new favorite, this is my new favorite. But I'm gonna take the blush color, and it's just called blush. It doesn't have a specific color, and I'm gonna put that on my cheeks up to my cheekbones. So I feel like it's the perfect like all season, especially fall color. I'm just gonna again pat that into my cheeks, specifically on my cheekbones. Just bring it all the way up. Just add a nice amount of color to your face. I love this color on my skin tone. Again, new favorite palette. A little across the nose, the tip of the nose. Pretty, very, very pretty. I love that for me. But next we're going to take the highlighter color, again one of my favorites. I'm just going to take I'm going to take this fan brush. I'm going to take this pretty highlighter color, and I'm going to put this on the tops of my cheekbones, right up here, brow bone, just to add a nice highlight. Again, nice and glowy, nice and bronze, nice and soft looking. But next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on my lashes, again just to go off on personal stuff, just random things I've been doing. I threw away all my 25mm eyelashes. I was like, wow, am I growing up? Not to say that people, again, wear whatever lashes you want, but I realized that long lashes like that really weren't complimenting my face. So I threw them all away, but I tried on a pair before I threw them away, and I realized, like, for all the work I do into my eyeshadow, these are really covering up a lot of my eyeshadow based off how my eye shape is. So like, how does that work? How did that work? I don't know how that worked, but yeah, all of my lashes are like, I think between like 9 and 13. now, not all the way up to like 20, 25. But yeah, I think I have so many different kinds of lashes in here. I think I'm gonna use these lashes right here. These are from, I think these are the Ardell Eco Fiber lashes. So they're actually made with like plant-based fibers. And I'm gonna put a little glue on them. They're just like a nice wispy, like cat eye type style of lash. I'm gonna get some eyelash glue. Okay, got some eyelash glue. Again, same thing as my eyebrows. I feel like I've went over how I put these on many times, so I'm just gonna put the glue on and go. I let them dry on my thigh because I am wearing biker shorts right now, and the heat of my leg helps the glue dry a little bit faster. Perfect. So, oh, I forgot the other lash. I put it on the other thigh. Hold on. I like to put like a whole coat of like lash glue across the lash, and then, like I've said previously, just on the inner corner, the outer corner where it likes to lift up first, that's where I like to add a little bit more glue. You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure that they're really on there. But I'm gonna go back to that first lash and do what I said. Just add a little bit in the middle, a little bit at the ends. And now I'm just gonna prep just before I put those on, because we're almost at the end of our makeup look, you guys. Wow, that was fast, but it's very pretty, very put together. I'm gonna put a little bit of mascara just really fast, just to knock any eyeshadow fallout off my lashes and to prep them for the eyelashes. Perfect. Apply my lash. Make sure you're getting as close to the lash line as you possibly can. I think I got these ones perfect. Perfect. Add the second lash. yes, we're taking this much time to put our eyelashes on because, well, I got an itch. But we're taking this much time to put our eyelashes on because we don't have time for them to be lifting or budging. Excuse me, at all. So again, and honestly, if I feel like my lashes aren't on all the way, I would just rip them off. Like, I feel like this one, the glue dried a little bit prematurely, so back to the drawing board with the glue. Like, the glue was not drying like I was supposed to, but again, trial and error, you guys. Makeup is all about trial and error. It's okay. Put that lash on. Close as you possibly can to the lash line. And I just think that's very pretty, very light, very flattering to the eye. I love warm eyeshadow looks with brown eyes. I think it just really complements the natural color of the eye. Then I'm just gonna go right back in this corner right here just to like make sure that my lashes didn't get stained with any eyeshadow. Let's put a little mascara on your natural lashes. Make sure those eyelashes, like, I can't stress you enough. I will sit back and push my lash into my lash line until the cows come home just to make sure that they're set. But I think I finally got it. I think we're good. But now we're gonna go into my bottom lash line eyeshadow. I'm gonna take my Jaclyn Hill palette one more time, and I'm gonna take which color should I do? I think I'm gonna take not the pumpkin spice color, but just this color right here. It's still kind of a pumpkin spice, but it's more brown than orange. So take that color that I worked into like my outer corner. I'm just gonna put it on along my bottom lash line. And I'm actually keeping it pretty close to my lash line. Just on the outer half. I don't want to bring it all the way in. Take a little bit more of that color. I'm just going to keep it central to my outer lash line for the outer corner of my eye. Kind of bring it up into my liner just to connect everything. And then just a little bit of mascara on my bottom lashes just to make them look like they're there. Perfect. All right, you guys, I gotta go get my little like angled highlighter brush out of the bathroom. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I had to get this little brush right here. I left it in the bathroom, but I'm gonna take the same color I used to highlight out of my pure palette and just use that same color to highlight my inner corners. And I'm just kind of gonna bring it up just a little bit into my crease, just a little bit. Oh, I almost forgot to highlight my nose. Put a little boop, boop, and do like an exclamation point down the bridge of my nose, right there. And for the most part, we're done with our makeup look. We're just gonna go into the lips really quick. I'm gonna go into one of like my favorite combos. I'm gonna take this brown lip liner pencil. It doesn't have a color, it just has a number. C68901 from LA Colors. Again, I think I got this from Dollar Tree. You love Dollar Tree deals. I have a habit of biting my lips before I put my lip gloss on, but guys, we're done. I'm just gonna put lip liner all across the bottom lip. And then an easy way to line your upper lip with that is to just go like that, and you'll get the imprint, and then just fill in your cupid's bow, and then you're good. Perfect. Then I'm gonna take the NYX Butter Gloss in the color, not this one. Is my other one up here? Or is it in my purse? You guys know my lip gloss is always in my purse. I feel like this color will work too. I'm going to take the NYX Butter Gloss in Fortune Cookie. And I'm just going to apply this across the lips and blend. Just a light coat. And then just to add a little bit of color to it, just to warm it up, I'm gonna take this quad that I got from, or it's like a double that I got, lip gloss and lipstick. I'm gonna take this pink color and I'm gonna dab it in the middle of my lips just to get some color. And that just kind of warms everything up. I like that. Alright, and since this is a full get ready with me, and we're done just talking about our topics, even though I'm gonna wrap them up in a minute after I unwrap my hair and take a sip of coffee. Pumpkin spice. Oh, set with setting spray. Mario Badescu rose water spray. Let it dry for like 10 seconds so that everything is nice and set. All right, that should be good. But yeah, while I unwrap my hair, just to wrap up, look at my little widow's peak. My curl fell down. That's cute. But just to wrap everything up and to just like bring a call to action, the 3 things that I talked about. Don't let people get up all your business about what you really be doing. Make sure you maintain a level of privacy to your life so that you maintain peace in your life, right? That's so important, to have peace. Nobody wants to live a constantly chaotic life. Don't let entitled people, don't let people who are just like way too in your business or anything like that, don't let anybody, period, no matter what type of person they are, make decisions for you. And stand firm in the decisions that you make for yourself. Like, those are the three main things. Like, that's so important in this life. Because, oh, I curled my hair just to cut myself off. I curled my hair with my, where is she? She's so pretty, even though she's wrapped up right now. I curled my hair with my little Leo flat iron like a day ago, and then I set it with setting spray, holding spray, whatever you want to call it, hairspray, and then I wrapped it up 2 like Princess Leia space buns with my flexi rods in the back of my head, and wrapped the rest of my head. That's how I did my hair. I did that yesterday to prepare for today. But just, again, reiterating what I said. Don't let negative people put a damper on your lifestyle, period. To deal with people, how you deal with entitled people who think they're entitled to make the decisions for your life. Not necessarily all of the people are entitled, but are they way too invested into your business? Just don't be afraid to say no. That's not what I want to do for my life. That's not how I would want to live. That's not what I would do. And then 3, stand firm always in your decisions. I feel like the fundamental hallmark of that is just like learning when to say no and not let people live vicariously through you. Live your life how you want to do it. Other people might see it as wrong. You're making the wrong decisions. You're picking the wrong things. You're doing the wrong things. Don't, unless you really feel as if this, like, just don't. Live your life the way you want to live your life. Live your life how you please. I'm big on telling everybody like that, because like things are gonna happen in your life regardless. Nobody's promised you that your life was going to be perfect, so you want to live your life with the least amount of regrets, doing exactly what you want to do. But you guys, I think that's it. The get ready with me is finished, and like, I'm gonna have this as a precursor to my next video. You guys getting 2 videos today, not 4, but 2 videos today. I'm also going to film a self-care haul of all of my, like, I want to just say my fall products that I use, like body care, skincare, feminine care, all that stuff. Just like in general, I'm gonna give you guys a rundown of what I use to like take care of myself, as far as like personal hygiene and stuff like that, smell goods, all that. I just have to like restock a few things. So again, that's why I'm filming a get ready with me, because I have to get ready for the day to run some errands and stuff. But again, one more time, I'm just gonna state it just to make it clear. Keep peace, positivity in your life through privacy. Don't let everybody know what you're doing. Even if you're an outgoing person like me, we live in a type of society where not everybody is happy to see you being happy or see you doing good. So make sure you maintain a certain level of privacy according to who you are and what your lifestyle is. Maintain a certain level of privacy. Don't let people walk all over you, walk into your life, make decisions for you, live vicariously through you. It never ends well. And just stand firm in your own decisions. If you know you want something, that's what you want. There's no talking you out of it. If someone can talk you out of it, did you really want it? Or are you letting people, another alternative to say that, are you letting people opinions and what they want and what they would do, are you letting that take too much precedence over your life? Never let that, because other people have different mindsets, different ways of thinking. You want to stay on your path, what you want for your life, what you know you want, goals, career, love, money, everything. Stay on your path, stay in your lane. Make sure that you do that and you stand firm in that decision. Don't stray out of your lane, don't make a lane switch. And just let it be known that no one can run your life except for you. So if you guys like this tutorial, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned later today for my self-care haul with all my personal care products. I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, y'all.